Big Tractor Power fans, this video comes to you from a south central Wisconsin mint field that is being harvested. Mint is a green leafy plant that grows close to the ground, and its leaves can produce oil that helps flavor some of the favorite products that are on store shelves. These leaves are steamed after they are processed by a forage harvester, and the oil that is produced from those leaves helps flavor some of the products that we enjoy on a daily basis, such as chewing gum and toothpaste. A variety of products that have mint flavors all start out coming from this green leafy plant. The plant is mowed down in windrows and then left to dry out in the field, and then it is picked up by a forage harvester. We can see a Case IH 210 CVT MAGNUM tractor pulling a New Holland FP230 forage harvester, filling a custom-built mint tub here in this Wisconsin field. The tractor and forage harvester work their way back and forth across the field, filling these mint wagons that will head back to a processing facility to be steamed to produce that mint oil used in the products we enjoy each day. This New Holland forage harvester is used to collect the windrows of mint. Mint is a stemmy and leafy plant, and the windrows are very heavy, and the forage harvester has knives in it that will chop up those stems and leaves and begin to expose the oil inside them, and it will make it easier to extract the oil when it goes into the refining process. The mint industry likes to use pull-type forage harvesters powered by tractors to process the mint and fill the tubs. Typically, when you think of a pull-type forage harvester, it's out in a hayfield chopping up alfalfa to become feed for dairy cows and being used to process and chop corn. Corn is over 12 feet tall, and these forage harvesters are fitted with knives that chop up these big plants and ears of corn into little pieces, and we can see it blowing back into the wagon. It's very much like a wood chipper, just chopping that all up, and that's why the mint industry likes using these types of forage harvesters. Typically, though, one difference between the forage harvester used to harvest the mint and one used to harvest corn is there's a processor inside the forage harvester harvesting corn to break up the ears of corn and process those kernels to help expose the starches and sugars to feed the dairy cows. In the mint industry, they simply want to pick up those windrows and chop it up and blow it into the wagon so they can begin getting the oil out of the plants. A key difference between harvesting mint with a pull-type forage harvester and other crops that are mowed down like hay and alfalfa is that in the dairy industry, farms often use a merger to collect up the windrows of hay that have been laid out by the mower and merge them into one big windrow to maximize the capacity of the forage harvester and make as few passes across the field as possible with the chopper and wagons. In the mint industry, the farms use a self-propelled windrower with a draper head to simply cut the mint and lay it out in a windrow. They don't want to use a merger because handling that drying mint may knock off a lot of leaves, and it takes a lot of tons of mint crop to make a few gallons of mint oil. So if they're merging and knocking off leaves, they're going to lose a lot of productivity when they're trying to steam the plants. So it's best to simply cut the mint, lay it in the windrow, and pick it up one pass at a time with the forage harvester. Let's take a brief look at the specifications of the machinery working out in the field. The tractor powering the forage harvester is a Case IH 210 CVT MAGNUM. It was offered by Case IH from 2009 through 2013, manufactured at the company's Racine, Wisconsin tractor factory. It's powered by an FPT 6.7 liter 410 cubic inch engine rated at 210 engine horsepower and 180 PTO horsepower. It features a CVT, continuous variable transmission, which is perfect for harvesting crops with a forage harvester because the operator can speed up and slow down the tractor without having to shift to match the conditions of the crop. You could order a 210 Magnum with a full power shift transmission, which had 19 forward and 6 reverse speeds. The tractor has a 118-gallon fuel tank and weighs in at 19,000 pounds. New Holland's FP230 pull-type forage harvester is manufactured in New Holland, Pennsylvania, and has been offered by the company for the better part of the 21st century and remains a current product in the company's lineup. It is 10 feet 8 inches wide. It can be equipped with 2 different super sweep tine pickup heads, which are perfect for picking up these windrows of mint or used in processing alfalfa. There's a 27P super sweep that is 76.5 inches wide and a larger 29P that is 92 inches wide. It can chop and cut crops within 3/16 all the way up to 1 5/16 inches. The minimum tractor PTO requirement for this harvester is 150, and the maximum PTO horsepower range is 225. The FP230 weighs in at 4,500 pounds. The yellow wagon behind the FP230 that is being filled with the mint is known as a mint tub. It's taken back to a processing facility known as a distillery, and a tube is hooked up to the front of it and closed up, and steam is forced into the wagon, and over a 2-hour period, the mint oil is distilled out of the plants, and what is left over is known as pummies. The wagon is taken right back to the mint field, and the pummies are dumped out in a heap on the edge of the field, and then in the winter, when the ground is frozen over, a manure spreader is used to reapply all that old plant material back on the field as organic matter. Now that we've talked a little bit about the harvesting process and the specifications of the equipment in use, let's head out to the field so that you can see and hear the forage harvesting process. I hope that you've enjoyed spending time out in this Wisconsin mint field, seeing and hearing the harvest. In a future Big Tractor Power video, we'll try to look more in depth at the mowing, harvesting, and distilling process of mint. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there are over 1,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you have any questions or thoughts about this video, please leave them in the comments section below, as I try to respond to every post that is made. If you would like to get a preview of of what is coming up next on Big Tractor Power YouTube, make sure to check out Big Tractor Power Instagram, where I share pictures and short video clips of what is currently being filmed in the field. As always, thank you for watching.